Awez, and today we're reacting to the dark truth behind South African influencers and Russia's START program. Bro, I think I heard this on the news, and I can only say one thing, bro. Stupid, 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 stupid. Like, a lot of things that had to go wrong for this to happen, bro, was so unnecessary if these people only did research. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me actually show it to you. So without further ado, comment, like, subscribe, let's done.
Lately, you've probably seen South African influencers posting videos about the START program in Russia. They paint it as a golden ticket, a chance to study, learn new skills, and build a future abroad. The way they talk about it, it almost sounds like a dream come true. But here's the strange thing. While the promotion is everywhere, the success stories are nowhere. We see ads and glowing posts, yet hardly any real people who have gone through the program share their experiences. The only time we ever see the students is on their controlled environment and not on their own accord or on their real social media pages. And that silence is raising a lot of questions, because here's the truth. When something looks too good to be true and nobody can prove the success, it usually means there's more to the story. And in this case, the more you dig, the more worrying the details become. From connections to Russian factories producing military drones to whispers about African students being taken advantage of, the START program isn't looking as shiny as it's made out to be. What is the START program? The START program is said to be based in the Alabuga Special Economic Zone in Russia. On paper, it's promoted as an education and training program where international students, including those from South Africa, can study science, technology, and advanced skills. It seems to be specifically aimed towards girls between the ages of 18 and 22. Now, that's one point that people have also been questioning. Why is it only girls, and why that age? Influencers describe it as an opportunity to get a free education, housing, and even work opportunities. But
Bro, but you gotta understand too, right? Why people mostly focus on the influencers, it's mostly because, bro, the amount of influencers that were doing this and the level of fame that was doing this, right, bro? Because there were some people that it was understandable to talk, like, if you're gonna listen to this person, something wrong in your head. But there were some people that were credible, bro, like really, really credible, and they were also promoting this thing, bro. Which is like, how can you promote something without researching? But let's carry on watching this video, bro. I don't think this is more of a reaction. This is just me venting. I'll be honest with you, because it's annoying, dog. It really is annoying when people do stupid shit.
Details are vague. There's no clear outline of what qualifications you get, who accredits them, and how graduates use these skills in real life. And unlike other international study opportunities like scholarships in European universities or exchange programs, there's little public record of students returning to South Africa with real certificates, jobs, or proof of a brighter future. The Alabuga connection. One of the biggest red flags is where the program takes place. Alabuga isn't just any special economic zone. It's a hub tied to Russian industries, including factories linked to drone production. Several investigations from BBC, The Insider, and other outlets have shown that Alabuga is a key site for producing military equipment, especially the role of influencers. What makes the program look legitimate?
Okay, that wasn't me. She cut it out. I don't know why she cut it out. Probably because maybe she said something YouTube didn't really mess with or something like that. I don't know, but yeah.
at first is how many influencers are promoting it. On TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, South African content creators, some with very big following, have praised the program, encouraging young people to apply. But this mass promotion raises another big question. Why are almost all of them pushing the same thing in the same way with the same glowing language? Normally,
Now, this guy up here, this OK is one of the credible YouTubers in South African YouTube, right? He's one of the OGs. He's old. I don't know, bro. Like I said, like from that last video, I'm not really like well versed in my South African YouTube. But what I can tell you is that he's a familiar face before I even started YouTube, right? So for somebody like that who has skin in the game to suggest something to you, you're gonna take it. Especially if you've been watching this person for like 5 years, 6 years, you're gonna take it, right? You're gonna take that opportunity. And then only to freaking find out that this person, this YouTuber that's been here for long, did not research, did not do the most basic-ish, bro. Listen, right? You are suggesting that people from your country to go to another country. That's what you're suggesting. And you don't do the due diligence to actually research. You don't have the mental, how can I say, you don't have the, hey, this is somebody's daughter. Hey, this is somebody's sister. Hey, this is somebody's girlfriend, bro. You're like, now I'm gonna take check. Maybe do some little bit of research. Nigga, what the frick? What the frick?
when people go abroad to study, you'd hear mixed stories. Some would love it, others would complain, and many would share tips. But in this case, it feels like a one-sided marketing campaign. That should make anyone stop and think, is this really about helping students, or is it just recruitment under a pretty label? The missing success stories. The loudest silence around the START program is from the people who supposedly went there. Where are the graduates? Where are the testimonies of students who completed the program and returned home with jobs or new skills? The fact that these stories are missing is very suspicious. If the program was working, its organizers would proudly showcase its successes. But instead, all we see are promotions and sign-up calls, not real results. This is a major warning sign because scams and shady recruitment drives often work the same way: sell the dream, hide the reality. Recruitment and war. One of the darkest worries is that some young people recruited into the START program may not just be studying, they may be drawn into war-related work. Reports from outlets like BBC and other independent investigators suggest that African students were misled, thinking they would study but ended up working in drone factories. Now, this doesn't mean every single person in the program is sent to war or military work, but the fact that this has been reported at all shows that it's not a simple study abroad scheme.
But, okay, can I ask a question now, right? What type of relationship do we have as a continent with Russia after this? After this whole BS, what type of relationship do we have with them? And more particularly South Africa, because we are part of BRICS. What type of relationship can we have with these people, bro? I don't know. But, bro, it really does feel like not enough people are angry about this. Not enough people are crashing out about this. It really does feel that way. It feels like, oh, okay, this just happened. Let's just wait for something else to get mad about next week. Like, people were trafficked, bro. People were trafficked. Definition of human trafficking is sending somebody through false means to another country or to another place. People were trafficked.
and when war industries are involved, the risks for young unsuspecting students are incredibly high. Human trafficking and job lies. This program also fits into a much bigger global pattern. Around the world, millions of people have been tricked with promises of good jobs abroad, only to find themselves trapped in forced labor or exploitation. According to the International Labour Organization, 27.6 million people were in forced labor jobs in 2021, many of them recruited through fake job offers. In South Africa, we've seen this happen directly. In one shocking case recently, 23 young South Africans were trafficked to Thailand on fake job promises, then taken to Myanmar, where they were forced into slave-like cyber work. They thought they were getting good opportunities, but instead, they were trapped. This doesn't prove that the START program is human trafficking, but it shows why we must be careful. When job offers and study programs don't provide real proof of success, they could easily slide into something dangerous. Why South Africans are targeted? South Africans, like many young people in Africa, are facing tough job markets and financial struggles. This makes them especially vulnerable to offers that seem like a way out. Recruiters know this. They know that if they promise free education, free housing, and a chance abroad, thousands will listen. And by using influencers who already have trust and credibility among young people, these recruiters make the program look even safer. But this emotional pull, offering hope during hard times, is exactly how many scams work. The truth: suspicious even if not human trafficking. It's important to be clear, not every detail about the START program proves it is a human trafficking scam. Some people may genuinely study there, and not every student might end up in forced labor. But just because it doesn't perfectly fit the trafficking narrative doesn't mean it's safe. The missing success stories, the links to military factories, the mass influencer promotion, and the silence of real graduates all point to something very suspicious. When young people are recruited abroad with unclear promises in places tied to war industries, the risks are just too high. This is why caution is so necessary. Conclusion: the START program in Russia is being pushed hard to South African youth, but the evidence behind it doesn't add up. Too much is unclear, too much is unproven, and too many red flags are flying. If the program was really a safe, life-changing opportunity, the proof would be easy to find. Instead, what we see is the influencers selling a dream, while the reality remains hidden. So here's the bottom line: be careful. Don't let desperation, social media hype, or promises of quick success pull you into something dangerous. Even if this isn't outright human trafficking, it's suspicious enough that every young person should think twice before signing up. In a world where millions are already trapped by fake job offers, no one can afford to gamble with their life.
Yeah, good video. It's annoying, bro. It is annoying. Such things are happening, and I'm pretty sure there's worse things out there. Definitely worse things out there. So, hey, bro. At least you only had some little lights on this, but yeah, I don't really know what to say. So yeah, without further ado, thank you for watching the rest of the video. Thank you for tuning with your own. Comment, like, subscribe. Until next time, I've been the last one. We out.